A manhunt is underway in Southern California, and the Los Angeles Police Department is under siege. 10,000 law enforcement officers are conducting door-to-door searches for one of their own, a fugitive ex-cop. 33-year-old Christopher Jordan Dorner is suspected of killing 3 people in a terrifying rampage after making claims in a bizarre online manifesto that he was unjustly fired by the LAPD and needs to clear his name. In a police department with a storied and troubled history, they have never seen anything like this before. Here's ABC's David Wright with the latest.
Control all units, seat info, reference 1199 for LAPD.
Over the past 24 hours, a deadly manhunt across this whole region.
Suspect vehicle still outstanding. It's a black Nissan Titan.
Police officers hunting one of their own, a rogue former officer now accused of hunting them.
Of course he knows what he's doing. We trained him. He was also a member of the armed forces. It is extremely worrisome and scary, especially to the police officers involved.
It all started Sunday with a grisly double homicide. 28-year-old Monica Kwan and her fiancé, Keith Lawrence, shot at close range as they sat in their car. A murder with no apparent motive. The couple had no known enemies. Kwan was a popular college basketball coach.
She was our team leader on the team. She was always there to help pick somebody else up and unselfish. And she's going to be so missed.
Only last night did Irvine police say they put 2 and 2 together.
Today, we have identified Christopher Jordan Dorner as a suspect in this double homicide.
33-year-old Christopher Dorner, a lieutenant in the U.S. Navy Reserves, honorably discharged just last Friday, fired 4 years ago by the LAPD. Police claim he bore a grudge against a retired LA police captain, Randy Kwan, Monica's father, as well as other LAPD officers.
A particular interest at this point in the investigation is a multi-page manifesto in which the suspect has implicated himself in the slayings.
In a rambling manifesto posted online, Dorner blames Kwan and other LAPD officers of a smear campaign after Dorner reported witnessing a fellow officer commit police brutality. The manifesto vows vengeance. I will bring unconventional and asymmetrical warfare to those in LAPD uniform, whether on or off duty.
If you read his manifesto, this is a very, LAPD is a specific target, but all law enforcement is targeted.
It appears to be no idle threat. Today, the story played out with all the intensity of a Hollywood action thriller. LA Confidential meets Cape Fear.
Talk to me, I'm staying in here!
Except that this drama was real and deadly. At 10 o'clock last night, police say a man fitting Dorner's description tried to steal a boat in San Diego.
He pointed a handgun at the victim, who's an 81-year-old male, and demanded the boat.
He was unsuccessful. Later, Dorner's LAPD badge was found nearby. 1:25 a.m., Corona, an hour east of L.A. Police officers acting on a tip exchanged gunfire with a man they believed to be Dorner. The officer was grazed by the bullet, unable to pursue. 1:45, Riverside. 2 more officers on a protective detail ambushed. 1 killed, the other seriously injured. By sunrise, jittery LA police officers opened fire on this blue truck in Torrance, similar to the suspect's vehicle. But the people inside were just innocent bystanders.
Tragically, we believe that this was a case of mistaken identity by the officers.
It's right off our kind of 11 o'clock.
Late this afternoon, police set up a command post in the mountains northeast of L.A., where a truck had been set ablaze. That truck turned out to be Dorner's, but the suspect was nowhere to be found.
The aerial, ground, and search with canines is continuing, and until we find some other information, we'll continue our search.
Tonight, CNN's Anderson Cooper revealed Dorner had sent him a package.
Inside the package was a hand-labeled DVD with a yellow Post-it note reading in part, quote, "I never lied," apparently in reference to his dismissal from the LAPD in 2008.
There are indications he may have reason to be angry. I'm not an aspiring rapper, I'm not a gang member, I'm not a dope dealer, Dorner writes in his manifesto. I am a man who has lost complete faith in the system when the system betrayed, slandered, and libeled me. The manic account of his firing given in that manifesto is told more soberly in court documents filed in connection with a wrongful termination suit. In both, Dorner claims the LAPD fired him after he reported having witnessed his superior using a taser on a mentally ill suspect. Then he said seeing the superior handcuff the suspect and kick him in the chest and face. The suspect, Christopher Gettler, and his father offered testimony corroborating Dorner's account at the time, but the father now says he wasn't surprised that the review board ended up rejecting Dorner's claims.
I even told him, I go, what is wrong with you? You know, you don't testify against your fellow officer. That's the Three Musketeers. You know, what were you thinking?
The official grounds for Dorner's firing, providing false testimony in an investigation. The police chief at the time was Bill Bratton.
I really have no recollection of his particular case. He would have been fired by me, and in that I was chief of police at that time and would have had to approve his discharge.
Of course, even if Dorner were wrongly dismissed, that's no justification for murder or targeting his enemies' families.
He is narcissistic. He is grandiose.
Among the more chilling statements in the manifesto, when the truth comes out, the killing stops. But today, LA police rejected any suggestion they review his allegations.
It is not going to happen.
Dorner's manifesto indicates he is prepared to die. If they do manage to find him, don't be surprised if the LAPD obliges. I'm David Wright for Nightline in Los Angeles.